Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I just want to jump on to give an update on my week 4 Mounjaro 2.5 injection. Well, the good news is I did continue to lose weight this week. I actually lost 2.4 pounds this week, which makes my total pound loss during this first 4 weeks of Mounjaro 2.5, 10 pounds. Well, technically, if you put the decimal point in there, is 9.9, but I'm rounding to the 10. And if you add that to the weight loss that I had prior to taking Mounjaro, my total weight loss today is 24 pounds. I'm really excited about it. Now I'm going to do another round, meaning another 4 weeks of the 2.5. I'm not going to really show the shot injection this week because I guess everybody's seen it if you've been following me, but I'm actually continuing on the 2.5 milligram injection only because a lot of people don't realize the increased dosage does not mean that you're going to lose more weight. A lot of people are increasing the dosage because they feel like they need it for the appetite suppressant portion of it, and they need it for the satiation feeling that you get of feeling full. Me, on the other hand, as you're aware, my doctor prescribed me Mounjaro for weight loss last year, September. I deferred taking it because I wanted to see if I could do it on my own or what kind of progress I could make on my own. Then I started taking Mounjaro 4 weeks ago with the 2.5 to see what it would do as far as helping me lower my A1C levels because I'm a pre-diabetic and keeping my variation of my blood glucose in the normal range, which is 70 to 100. You've heard me say that over and over and over again. Now, speaking of glucose, I know I talk a lot about glucose or the blood glucose of what you're eating, but one of the things I want you to remember, it's not just about what you eat. Different things can impact your glucose. Granted, all the foods that we eat, they actually convert into glucose. The thing about it is some foods give you a higher glycemic index than others. So what I've been really doing is reducing my refined carbohydrates and reducing the amount of added sugars that I have in my diet. Meaning I'm not drinking sugary drinks, I'm not really doing any desserts. I am not afraid to eat. That's one of the things I think people need to realize too. You don't have to be afraid to eat. You just have to learn what works with you at different times and how you should eat them. I don't know if many of you gotten a chance to even kind of look at the book that I recommended for those of us who are pre-diabetic or who have insulin resistance. It's called The Glucose Revolution. But one of the things she talks about in her book is the order in which we eat our foods. Meaning, I can still probably say I want to have something with carbs, but I may not eat that first, meaning at the beginning of my meal. I may eat my fats and my proteins and my different things like that, and then add that at the end, meaning if I want something with carbs. Really, for me right now, because I am really trying to focus on lowering my A1C levels so when I go back to get my blood work done, I can see some impact. I really have been cutting out the refined carbohydrates. But perfect example, this past weekend, one of my friends had a Super Bowl get together. I went over, I wasn't afraid to eat. I ate pretty much what I wanted to eat. Now granted, did I eat a burger with bread? No, I just ate the burger. They had some different types of fruit. I ate the fruit at leisure. I was not feeling like, oh, I can't eat this pineapple. Oh, I can't eat this because this is gonna spike my glucose. No, that's not really what me wearing this glucose monitor is about. What I'm wearing this continuous glucose monitor is to see how and what impacts me. So going back to my point before, it's not just the food that impacts your glucose. You could have the way you sleep impacts your glucose, meaning what type of quality sleep are you getting. You can have a situation where stress can impact your glucose. You can have a situation where the good thing, exercising is great for your blood glucose. So if you can get some something in. In fact, even the book that I'm reading, The Glucose Revolution, it talks about, hey, after you eat a meal, try to walk for 10 minutes. You notice how I know my relatives, they used to sometimes eat a meal and then they would go walk for a couple of minutes after the meal. Actually, that's proven to be very good, and as little as 10 minutes after you eat is beneficial for your glucose, believe it or not. Now, me personally, sometimes after I eat, do I really want to go walk for 10 minutes? Not really, but if I eat something crazy, then I say to myself, okay, go walk for 10 minutes, go walk for 15 minutes. And that actually lowers your response to what you just ate. So something as simple as incrementally adding little things, changing up the order in which you eat your food, changing up and saying after I eat something that maybe was a little higher in the glucose index, I can actually just go for a walk for 10 to 15 minutes. Those type things are the little small things that you can start incorporating in your diet. So to recap, week 4, I lost 2.4 pounds. Total weight loss for the 4 weeks I've been doing the Mounjaro has been 10 pounds. Total weight loss for me on this journey has been 24 pounds. So for me, I'm really excited. I'm continuing on the 2.5. I have 2 more months of the 2.5. So I will keep taking the 2.5 because actually, I'm telling you, my glucose readings have really been in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And honestly, I don't feel like I need to go to the 5 because that's increasing the dosage, which I'm thinking would lower my glucose even more. And also what I've told you before is because I'm making my own personal adjustments of what I'm eating, because the end game is I don't plan to stay on Mounjaro. I know I gotta learn how to eat what is good, what's not, when I can actually splurge. Those are the kind of things that I think people really need to learn how to balance, because see, again, my key point here is Mounjaro is a tool. It's not the cure. It's just a tool to help you get to where you want to be. I even saw where someone said that their doctor was taking them off of Mounjaro, and the concern was real. She was like, hey, I don't know if I'm ready to be off. So these are the kind of things we need to be structuring our minds around as we go on this journey. You don't want to be that person who feels like you gotta stay on a certain medication just to live. You want to do things that you can incorporate that will help you live your best life, because you know what I say all the time, life is too short not to live. So let's let go whatever's making us stop. So if it's anything that we're doing that's hindering our bodies from being the best that they can be, then we're going to have the discipline. And it's hard, I'm not going to lie, but it's trying to formulate your mind around saying, I want to live the best life I can live. And if it's me cutting out, not saying totally not ever having it, but cutting it out, knowing when I can fit it in and knowing when I can incorporate it, that's the key. The key for us is to 1, 2. I can't do it in and of myself. I pray about it. I ask God to help me and say, Lord, give me the strength to do what I need to do so that I can be the best that I can be. And that's one of the things that I'm continuing to do. So again, my week 4 was good. No issues, no major things. I'll talk later about some things that I'm incorporating to help me with it. But other than that, I had a great week. Lost the 2.4 pounds. The scale did fluctuate through the week, but then it came back down. So I was happy, and that's the good news. So I'll talk to you later, and we'll talk about and see what other things we can incorporate in our diets to help us reverse our insulin resistance and to bring our A1C levels down, because I think a lot of people are not talking about it enough, that they're being just told that they're pre-diabetic, but nobody's really giving you directions or answers as to what you can incorporate even at this point in your life. So I just want to be a person that's sharing my journey with you, my glucose experiment, and all the other things that I'm doing. So I'll talk to you later.